जान है तो जहां है. Simply translated, it means if you have life, you have the world. And what does having life mean? Be it your interests and passion, your relationships, your work, your struggles, your growth. There's so much that would encompass what having a life means. But all these are moot if you don't have your health. According to WHO, healthy living is a way of living that helps you enjoy more aspects of your life. It is a way of living that lowers the risk of being seriously ill. Health is not just about avoiding a disease or illness. It is about physical, mental, and social well-being too. And you, all of you, just by being here, have taken your step towards that life of good health. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome in to the Mystic Lotus and Dragonflies Awesome Healthier Bee Summit. We begin today with addressing the root cause of illness. And this is being brought to us by a team of two very different practitioners. One took her big step into spirituality 30 years ago with Reiki, and with her deep thirst for knowledge, her ability to sense pain and identifying it in others, her ability to manifest her dreams and desires. With all of this, she encourages others, all of you, to live fulfilling lives of joy and abundance by empowering you to learn so that you can create change and miracles in your lives. She was also awarded the World Humanity and Peace Award for her contribution to society. The other started her learnings 20 years back with the thought of healing her business and making more money. However, an incident of cancer in a young loved one in the family made her realize how helpless she felt. And that turning point changed her passion to healing chronic health cases. One, the intuitive channeler, the other, the scientific data research person. Well, this twain definitely met and founded a powerful healing technique, the B&C Miracle method. For close to a decade now, they've been teaching this method across the world and have helped heal many health issues, including cysts, frozen shoulder, urinary infection, chronic pains, liver disorders, respiratory disorders, digestive issues, and many, many more. If you've been on the Telegram group since yesterday, you would have already experienced some of their work with the pain clearing last evening, and this morning with what is your pain telling you? But is that all that this method is about? No. And we're going to find out more on that right away. So, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for and join me in giving a warm Mystic Lotus welcome to the team of the B&C Miracle method, Brenda Ganwani and Charu Mathur. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Charu. Welcome in. Back.
Hi, everyone. Hello, Nilu. Hello, Mystic Team, Mystic Lotus.
And for everybody who doesn't know, Brenda is the channeler and Charu is the researcher. Just to keep that clear. Brenda, Charu, you know, it's just been a few weeks you were with us, with giving us the B&C Miracle method take on love and relationships. And today you're here with us with health. Now, a lot of us know, I know, that the work that you do around health is very detailed. And even more so because there's a certain approach that you have with the B&C Miracle method. So for all of us, old and new, please tell us, what is the B&C Miracle method, and what is this approach you take with addressing root cause of illness?
So thank you, Neelu. Thank you, Neelu, very much. We, as you have said, rightly said, we have been doing our method for the last 10 years. And as I call ourselves alchemists, in the sense that we constantly learn, we constantly research, and we apply our research, our knowledge into our method. Our method is basically a very easy method. It's more on a technical basis. We use a pendulum and a set of charts. And with this set of charts, we ask just simple questions, 3 questions, and we actually clear the imbalance going to the root cause. Through our research, we have found it like a 3 or a 4-step core method that we have found to bring about awesome miracles for people. And the first step we have seen is willingness. Why don't you tell them about it?
Yeah. So the first thing that we do for when we take any case is we check the willingness. So like, if I ask you, any person who having pain or any illness, if I ask you, do you want to get it healed? You will say, yes, I want to heal it right now. You are consciously willing to get rid of it right at this moment of time. But there is another aspect to this willingness point, and that is willingness at subconscious level. Generally, what we have seen at subconscious level, people don't want to heal the illness. And the reason is always a hidden benefit. And if you heard me right, yes, we don't want to heal our illness at subconscious level. I'll tell you, one time we do live demos of pain clearance, where we claim to heal or bring down pain faster than a painkiller. One time I was doing a demo for a lady who had shoulder pain. And I did her healing and she said, no change. And I was like, what happened here? And I quickly checked her willingness. And the willingness was 0% to heal the pain, to get rid of pain. And by using B&C Miracle method, I tapped into her subconscious mind and I raised her willingness to 100%. And immediately she felt the change. So willingness is the first step that opens the doors to the subconscious mind. And that's where whatever healing we are doing, the moment the door opens, the current starts going in. So that is the first step that we do in any healing. Then the second step that we follow is checking the aura of dark entities. This second part is we have seen with our experience. When we clear dark entities from the aura, it brings about big miracles in people's life. Now, a lot of people think dark entities means black magic. That is just one aspect of dark entities. We on our chart checked 16 things. Black magic is only one aspect of it. So dark entities are not your negative emotions. These are people who have died and haven't crossed over and gone to light. So what happens is when a person gets attacked by these dark entities, or the dark entities enter into a person's energy field, these dark entities are all low vibrational energies, and they bring the vibration of the client down, and they actually limit the client in a big way. Few days back, I got a client, and the client was suffering from liver cirrhosis. The liver cirrhosis is a disease where the liver is damaged, and medically they went through a lot of treatment, and finally doctors told to immediately go for an implant. Now they waited for a month, they didn't find any donor. He was asked to, his wife volunteered to donate a part of her liver, but she was overweight, and the doctors told her to bring the weight down. So in that, they were reaching a panic state, and I want to point out one thing: they were non-believers of healing works, but because they had no option, they approached us, and they really did not know what a healing modality can do. Where in such a crisis stage, we worked, and when we checked their auric field, out of 16 things that we checked, he had around 12 negativities. We cleared his energy field, and I told him after 2 weeks to go and do his checkup again. After 2 weeks, when he went for the checkup, a lot of liver enzymes had come into balance. And the doctor told him that there is no need of transplant now. His body is recovering.
Fantastic.
The work is still in process, but this is our step 2.
And just going back to step 1, whenever I have a pain or wherever I'm not well, Charu will ask me, do you want me to do something? And you know how it is, our habit is like, no, it's okay. So she's like, you don't want, no, not willing. You want to suffer? Then I'm like, no, please do. So the next step that we do, Neelu, is actually we put in a lot of research, like what we do is we work like an energetic doctor. So like if you go to a doctor, he'll do your MRIs, he'll do your blood tests, he'll do your scans. And even if he has to do a surgery, he'll basically actually go into where he's going to cut, what he's going, how much anesthesia. All of these things are all done by when you go in for a surgery, right? So what we do is we also do at an energetic level, we do actually an energetic surgery. So I want to share you on how we do our sessions basically. So, people can understand we are not just playing with the pendulum and we're just not doing, kind of airy-fairy work. So the research that we do in every case is what is the reason of their, cause and how to kind of reverse it. So I gave you a case study on diabetes. I had a client, he had diabetes. And it was quite high level, and actually he couldn't fold his hands, and that was really like he couldn't flex his fingers, and that really annoyed him. And that was one of the things that he really wanted to actually get going. And so I worked on diabetes just on the thing. So this is what I did for him. Yeah. So basically, I'll share with you from my notes. So basically, I cleared for him the pancreas to function properly, then the beta cells of the pancreas to promote properly or function properly, then the blood sugar regulatory system to function properly, then the imbalance of production of insulin, then to bring his readings lower day by day, because that's also what he wanted, and then the cells to absorb glucose, the cells to correctly respond to the glucose coming, to reverse the diabetes. And this was, and much more, there's a list of it, but obviously I'm just giving you a wee bit of what we do. And the beauty of this is we in our method, we can download. So we can download medicines, we can download herbs, we can download homeopathy. So I downloaded for him herbal medications like turmeric, ginger, ALA, all to support him. Obviously, we don't tell anybody to get off the medication. It's part of this. So after I had done his one session, he actually came back and said, there is no change. And I'm like, really, no change? Are you sure? And then I said, okay, we'll do a second session. Let me see. So in the meantime, for me doing my first and second session, he actually messaged me and said, you know what, I'm really sorry. Actually, I did feel a change. The change was what he was looking for was the change he thought he would receive was the insulin numbers going down. Right. But the change that he received was he could flex his fingers. He was like, the doctor said, I'd never be able to flex my fingers because of the diabetic level or whatever he was at. And he said, I can flex my fingers. So you see, his intention was to bring the flexibility to his fingers. So the diabetes and whatever change the body needed to make made a change there. Maybe it did not make the change in the numbers as yet, but that is what he received. So that is the third part that we do. And then the fourth part, what we do is we do an ancestral healing. Now, why ancestral? So we all are connected, right? We all inherit from our ancestors, right? But is it actually what we inherit? Money, property, gold, diamonds? Or what we inherit is our DNA, right? And in our DNA, as part of the ancestral lineage, we also inherit unresolved traumas, unresolved energies, unresolved relationships. Unresolved meanings what our ancestors did not get to do. Their bad karma, their curses, their whatever they didn't pay anybody. We as souls, because we are connected, we say, okay, I will take the responsibility of helping our family lineage. And so what we do is we basically decide to sort out our ancestral misdeeds. Let's put it that way. So what we do is, it basically, what happens, it controls our life, it controls our destiny, and it shapes the way you think, you do, what you experience in life. So we all receive from, it's not that we only receive negative from our ancestors, we receive two sorts of energy. We receive blessings and we receive fate. And we will actually basically explain more on this on our talk tomorrow and how it's actually going, because it's such a vast topic and such an interesting topic. So we will, tomorrow we are coming again online, same time, 6:30, and we'll basically talk more about that tomorrow.
And the fourth step that we do is the astrological part. So what we have seen is that astrology plays a big impact on our health. And though we are not astrologers, but we know how to do an astrological, how to clear an astrological imbalance. I will share one case study here. This is very interesting one. I got a client who had anal fistula, and after a lot of homeopathic and other remedies, it didn't heal. So finally the doctors, and it had a lot of abscess inside. The doctor told her to go for immediate surgery. She approached me a day before her surgery, when she was going to meet the surgeon. And she told me, can you help me out? I said, tomorrow you are meeting the surgeon. I don't want surgery. Can you help me out? And I was like, what can I do overnight? If I work on anal fistula, it will take at least week, 10 days for it to heal also. Like even if you have a cut, I can't do an overnight job on that. So what I did was an astrological imbalance. I know from my knowledge that 8th house and 12th house are responsible in the birth chart. If they are imbalanced, it leads to hospitalization and surgery. So in that session, all I did was I balanced these two houses, and anal fistula is related to the Mars, and I balanced Mars in a birth chart through B&C Miracle method. And next day when she went to the doctor, she said the same thing to the surgeon. She was supposed to get admitted, and then the surgeon would have done the job within next 2 days. When she went to the doctor, she said, can you do something that I don't want surgery.
Right.
So he said, okay, you know what? I'll give you one last antibiotic course for a week. If you don't heal from that, then you are in my hands. That's what the surgeon told her. She got 1 week. 1 week was good enough for me to do a second session and to heal that. The surgery never happened. So again, for astrological part, it's again very interesting, and we will talk more about it on our third call, which is on 31st of March.
Right. And in fact, I do want to thank you, Brenda and Charu, for bringing that up also. You know, people look at the level of diagnostics and clearings that Brenda and Charu are doing. Is it possible for us to cover all of this in like 1 hour? No. But the good part is, the brilliant part is that Brenda and Charu are here throughout this week with us. So what we've done is we've split this up into 3 calls for your benefit. All right. Today, we are going to cover one aspect. Another one, which is the ancestral lineage bit, is going to be covered tomorrow. And the astrological bit is going to be covered on Friday. Let me also make very clear and repeat what Charu has said, what Brenda has also said. This does not mean that your astrological chart is going to be made. The clearing work is still happening only with the B&C Miracle copyrighted made charts and the pendulum. They will explain to you how that works or functions or happens, and you will experience it also on that other call. Today, we are actually heading into clearing of illness programs and accidents which are pre-programmed by the soul. In fact, Mani Megalai had asked a question about are diseases connected to karma. So Brenda, with the explanation that you had also given about ancestral lineage, that's where this comes in. And of course, we are going to be talking about this right now, about it being pre-programmed by, illnesses and accidents being pre-programmed by the soul. Before I come to that, there are lots of questions that have come in, Brenda and Charu, and people are asking very specifically about their specific concerns, and they want to know if the B&C Miracle method will help them. So let's just give them their answers here and then go into this explanation and the experience of it. So Parul wrote, Parul wrote in, hi, it's amazing to know the concept of willingness at subconscious level. Is it possible to heal fibromyalgia? I take help of medication and decrease to release the pain, but I want to know the reason for the suffering. It's been 3 years with medication, and it's only suppressing the pain. It's not. So fibromyalgia is...
Yeah, so definitely, Neelu, she would definitely have an ancestral connection to that. And once we work on the ancestral connection, generally, most of these chronic and let's say diseases that cannot be helped by normal medical. Generally, when we look at ancestral and astrological, they both actually create a big wow for people.
Right. And Arjun's written, I have a lot of, I'm sorry, were you saying something, Brenda?
No.
Okay. Arjun said that I have a lot of intrusions in my private life from third parties. People whom I have never met before really are inquisitive about me. Please guide me. Arjun, is this affecting your health? Is it affecting your health? Let us know. And apart from that, is there anything you would like to say to him, Brenda Charu?
Yes, sometimes they're very susceptible to negative energy. So basically his auric field might already be having some negative cracks in the auric field. So it just makes people just curious. And he might be just a very interesting person.
Arjun, let us know. Let us know. And of course, Arjun, you and a lot of other people will be experiencing something wherein part of this clearing of the field, you will also get to experience. So I hope you're here, and I hope you go through this. Priyanka has written, how does this healing modality help with migraine?
Yes, we have healed migraine many times. It takes 3 sessions minimum to heal migraine. The cause of migraine is mostly hormonal imbalance as well. So it takes little time, but it gets balanced.
Okay. Also, we've done quite a few cases of migraines as well.
Right. And I know that whatever everybody's written in, I know that it is possible for this to happen with the B&C Miracle method, but I am bringing it up because everybody should know about themselves, because that's why they're here asking. So BK has written, I have recently injured my right knee, which I would like to heal completely. How can that be done? BK with the B&C Miracle.
Yeah, actually, I mean, just to tell about, I actually went on a holiday in Jan, and I actually came back with a knee injury. It just started paining. And I actually couldn't even climb up steps. I was just limping, and I didn't even know. So like I suffered, a way of suffering. Although I know my method, I didn't even bother doing it. I was working for everybody else rather than myself. But then eventually Charu said, Brenda, what's wrong with you? And so then she did this, and the very next day I could actually walk up the steps. So that's the beauty of this method.
Fantastic. And Kathleen's written that her left eye has been bleeding for 2 weeks. She can't see out of it. The doctors think she might need surgery. And can you help me heal it so that I can see?
Definitely, she would definitely need 3 sessions and an astrological balance, because we've been seeing big miracles, especially where people are going for surgery, to sort that out and prevent those big chronic cases. Yes.
Please don't come a day before the surgery.
Right. Right. Give the process time also.
Yes.
What's been
whether it's like a challenge. We do like a challenge, right?
Right. And of course, there's that lady's example that you gave. She didn't want to do a surgery, and you did a clearing for that bit, and it did work out. Kathleen's situation, of course, is slightly different. So a little work on it would definitely be required, right? Okay. And Yuvraj Singh is asked, can we know about any diseases which is getting developed, but we are not aware?
So generally, actually, it's a very nice question, actually. Basically, we are the creators of our own disease, actually, Nilo. And this is very much where we were going to talk about the parietal lobe. And I'll talk about it in the parietal lobe. We are going to talk about this, and I'll talk about it then. Let me cover this later.
Okay, great. Yuvraj Singh, your question will be covered in a short bit. And so I'll just take these, I'll just take the names and tell you what so Amrita says, my right leg hip onwards hurts. Hibiscus says, my left shoulder is painful. Anjali says, can you help prevent recurring cancer in someone who has had kidney cancer? Can you help prevent cancer from recurring?
Yes, we can actually work on their body immunity and their cells. But it's a long process. It's not a small process. It's a long. So they would need to have a committed to work with us.
Right. And of course, like you said, Brenda, this is you will help work on the body's immunity and cell generation process.
Yes.
Because is there a guarantee though that the recurrence won't happen?
Who gives guarantee?
Exactly.
Everybody has a life experience.
Right.
But the nice thing that Neelu is like, see, when we do healing, we're actually healing the emotions and we're healing the experience and we're healing the negative thought forms. And I'll give you a case of, we had a lady of cancer and she was very, very, very angry lady. And she did not talk to her family. She came to Dubai and she was living here all by herself, hated her mother, hated her family. And she had warrant because she had a hard time with her family. But she took 3 sessions for us and then she suddenly made peace with her mother. And then she made peace with her family. And what if that is the only thing why we have a disease, to make peace with your family and go? Because, we are a soul. We keep coming on and on and on and rebirthing, right? If most people believe in rebirth. And then the next life, you have such a super nice life, ease and free of all of that. So that is the main goal, to actually ease our suffering. And I think Charu will talk about it also in the pre-program. So yeah.
Right.
I'm jumping the gun here.
No, but
yes.
in our language, disease is just accumulation of negative emotion and stagnant energies. So any disease, that is the definition in our game, that it's only a cluster of negative, which is blocking either the organ or their energy field. So this is what we do. We clear those stagnant energies, and the moment the flow of energy is restored, the disease starts disappearing.
Right. And Arjun and Sonal, sorry, were you saying something?
I wanted to say, somewhere you said someone had some leg pain. In our expertise, we have seen that people having leg pains usually have negative energy. So they would need to clear their auric field. I don't know who you said it for.
Yeah, Amrita had written, right leg, hip onwards hurts.
Yeah, so she would need to check her auric field for negative entities.
Right. Arjun and Sonal, the question that you've asked, that it's numerology related, so we're not going to bring it up here right now. Okay. And so from Nitsi, who says, I'm very young, suffering from social anxiety and depression. I can see black figures. Is there any spirit attachment? From her to Nilofer, who wants to cure gas and constipation. From Mani Megalai, who says, my left arm and left side of the neck are in pain. Nivedita asking for a cure for snoring. And Anjali asking, does it help hypothyroidism? Like, there is this range that is coming up with everybody.
Thyroid, we have done very big miracles. Like my son also had thyroid, and and same hypothyroid. And I basically said, don't go on medication. And we actually did 3 sessions for him. Between Charu and me, we both did that. And now his reports are clear.
Fantastic.
It's not only him, we've done it quite a few times as well. Yeah.
Okay. And I hope everybody, you've understood the gist of this, that whatever it is that you're going through, it is very much possible, including, social anxiety and depression, which is definitely health related. There is work involved here, and we want you to understand what exactly is going to happen today. One last question. Priya says, what can you say about or offer to someone with severe mental and physical disabilities about 35 years old? Do you have any experience with this?
So we have done cases of autism where we make a positive shift in there, but it cannot be reversed completely. Certain things cannot be reversed completely, but we do make some positive shifts in terms of their challenge.
So I would highly suggest, if that's the mother should learn the modality, because what happens is, if the child is challenged, then you can actually bring to yourself peace, or you can be able to help your child with the small maneuvers that he or she needs in life. So for her or her, definitely learning this method would empower her.
Right. And okay. Shibani is asked, have you dealt with MS? Multiple sclerosis?
Yes,
Yeah,
multiple
yeah,
sclerosis.
yeah.
So again, yes, we have done few cases and we got some good results. But again, it's a longer process. So under such circumstances, we recommend we can start with the healing work, show some good results, and then we ask the client, somebody in their family to learn. And then because it's little bit ongoing process, so
Right.
healing is required for a longer duration. So learning is good in that, and then you can slowly bring your body into balance.
Yeah, the same applies for Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, dementia, because these are
Right.
all ongoing. This, I mean, usually what happens is in our effort to empower, that's our motto, to empower you. So we ask people to learn in their family, so they empower themselves, then they can take care of their own family, right?
In the long term.
Yeah.
Right. And okay, Gunjan's asked, can bacterial vaginosis be helped? Bacterial vaginosis.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Bacteria, yes,
Okay.
of course.
All right. And Vinita, who is going through separation from her husband, the stress is so severe that her hair's been falling. So, and she's always unhappy. And she's wondering if it's karmic. Please help
Yes.
is what she's written.
Yeah, it would definitely be from ancestral part, and definitely, yeah.
So, like you know, as you must have understood, there's a reason why I said, okay, you know, let's get everybody's concerns up in front and say, yes, this can be worked on. And today, what our focus is on illnesses and accidents pre-programmed by the soul. Okay. And Charu, yesterday in the group, you wrote something about some parietal lobe activity, some hurts. The group apparently was at 0% willingness. And you took that up. So Brenda Charu, I'm just thinking that while you explain this to us, can the group, can you know, as a group, can you keep doing the work for us and keep explaining it to us? Is that possible? Or would you like to explain it first and then we can all be in silence?
We like to explain it first, because basically it's about receiving. So
Right.
the conscious brain would be listening to us, and then the
Right.
receiving would be this. So it's easier, and we just be quick with this. So
Yes.
to explain,
So
Charu.
What is basically, what is this? You know, what is this
Yeah.
pre-programming of the soul?
yeah,
Like,
okay.
enough stress is not, all this stress in life is not enough. Now, the soul's pre-programming also now we have to sit and deal with.
So I'll talk about it. We clear this one thing which we will be clearing for the group as well. It's called pre-programming of illnesses and accident programs by the soul. So I'll explain it in a very simple way. Like, you know, suppose if when I travel to Mumbai, I love Mumbai. And if I'm traveling to Mumbai, I make some pre-plans. Like, oh, I'm going to eat street food there. I'm going to meet these friends. I'm going to go to that bookstore to buy the books. So there's a pre-programming that I do before I make a trip. So
Programmed into my life.
and why I am doing so? Because I want to have a certain experience of thrill, fun, holiday, masti, everything, enjoyment and all. So in the same way, before we are born, before the soul takes birth into physical reality, it does certain pre-programming of certain experiences or challenges, which can also be illnesses and accidents. So what we do is we are able to, with B&C Miracle method, we are able to tap into the subconscious mind, and we are able to communicate through to the soul using our method. And we are able to go into the root cause of the issue or the illness. And we are not only able to heal the root cause, we are also able to clear the pre-programming. And the important aspect here is, like, you know, the destiny of the soul or the desire of the soul is to evolve.
Right.
And it evolves through experiences. So sometimes whether the experiences are positive or a negative, every experience teaches us something. Right. So even the illness, when we go through an illness, it teaches the soul learns something out of it. So when we do this clearance, the client doesn't miss out on the learnings.
Right.
The learnings get energetically downloaded and only the suffering and hardships are reduced. So this is the aspect of pre-programming of illness and accident programs.
And of course, there's all the work that you do, including the check and the removal of the dark energies, which are basically whatever's hampering you and getting you down rather than letting you live a certain way, which you explained earlier on. And Brenda, Brenda Charu, both of you had said you're going to speak about the parietal lobe activity, and Yuvraj's question, Yuvraj Singh's question was also, you said, no, I will bring it up then. So what is this parietal lobe activity and this hurts and everything?
So I want to ask everyone a question. Have you ever asked yourself that when you eat pizza, why don't you bite your tongue?
What? Sorry.
Yeah. Have you thought about it? I'm eating pizza, I'm eating food, and I never bite my tongue. We just eat away thinking, knowing our tongue is safe, right?
Right.
Yeah. And our ability to move from one place to another. So this is the part that is responsible for it is the parietal lobe activity. Okay. It has many functions, but one of the functions that we are going to talk about is our connection between us and the environment. This is what a parietal lobe does. It gives us a connection between us and the environment. So, for example, Yuvraj was talking about, sorry, remind me, what was he talking about? I forgot.
I'll give me a moment. I'm just scrolling up. In fact, I had started looking for his question.
It just because of our...
Yes, just one moment, quick. Here it is. Can we know about any disease which is getting developed, but we're not aware?
Yes, sorry. So yes, it is us and the environment. So what happens is we listen to news, and in the news flashes, okay, it's cancer week, or it's diabetes week, or it's arthritis, or whatever. So what happens is we start looking at that information on the TV or whatever media we're reading, and we become, our parietal lobe starts connecting to that media, that form of energy, and we start actually becoming one with that. And so what happens is if we stay, let's say we're only in the mountains with no media, no phone, no internet, how serene will we be? We'll be one with nature, right? And nature is so harmonized. So at that time, our parietal lobe will be at 20 to 30 hertz, which is basically a state of meditation and peace. Okay. And then as we watch news, as we go into this, we go into 80 hertz, which is group identity, or us and them, conflict. So this is what we do. And so this is how we take on disease. So really, we don't actually, this is the way he can program himself to be into that state of meditation and peace. And then he won't be able to. So don't watch news. I don't watch news. I don't read newspaper.
Right. And it's funny you say that, because my husband watches the news all the time. Like, I get up in the morning and I come out and I'm like, oh, can you just mute the TV? I don't even want to see that screen. Otherwise, I'm just going to head right back and crash out again. What is this early in the morning? I cannot handle this. I cannot handle. I can't. That's
but even if it's playing in the background, right? Even if the volume is off, remember all the subtle waves are coming from this, because it's all frequency. So even if our TV volume is off and you're sitting there and having your breakfast or your lunch or whatever, you are still engaging in that energy. And so you will get for no reason angry, because, okay, now your parietal lobe has gone into anger. It's revved.
Ah, okay. Interesting. Interesting. And of course, people, Brenda Charu, it's not like people have to sit and know any of this right now, because when you do this work, you're doing all the work for everybody, and you're letting them know, okay, this is the state that you were in, and it's been raised. By raised, I don't mean that you're going to raise the parietal lobe activity to 80%, which is stress levels, but it's being raised to the calm, to the happy place, basically. I think that's what I was trying to say.
We all have seen, when we have exams, and when we are stressed, in spite of knowing all the answers, because of the stress, the memory fades and we are unable to write what we are supposed to write. Right. So again, here the parietal lobe activity, which is a brain frequency, goes so high that it takes you in a stress mode. So what we do is, in our healing sessions, we bring it down.
Nice. And in fact, Okay, so is this okay? So parietal lobe and Hertz is done. We know there's willingness. Is there anything I'm missing? Is there anything that we still need to know about before we get into
We
it?
can go now to our group demo.
Fantastic. And I just want to share this very funny incident with everybody before we go into this. It was what, 6-7 days back, Brenda and Charu, when we were chatting, and suddenly Charu says, Neelu, you're at 50. What's up? What's going on with you? You're very happy, apparently, like an 18-year-old. So I was like, what? 18-year-old? I don't know what that means, but I'll take it. I have no clue what that means. And then that's when they explained to me. They said both of us are at 75 right now because we're trying to figure out what to give for everybody, what to, put forward. And I think, Brenda, that day you had just come down with a minor cold also.
Yes,
We had this fun chat between ourselves. I won't go into it, but let me tell you this much. When somebody tells you you're at 20, 30, I'm going to keep that aside. I'm being told you're at 50 hertz, which is as good as being an 18-year-old. I said, I will take it anytime of the week. I will take it.
No, it just shows, Neelu, how much you work on yourself, right? So that is like a good gauge of, yes, I do work on myself, and you do. So it's a nice reckoning.
Thank you. It's a happy booster. Thank
Yes.
you. And now is everybody else ready for their booster for today?
Yes.
Brenda Charu, what's going to happen? Tell us. We're going to be in silence, right? And we'll have some lovely music playing for everybody in the background.
Yes.
Shilpa giving you heads up. Yes.
So I would invite all our listeners to basically, even who will be listening to this later, to basically bring to mind anything that they feel has, any illness, anything that is going on with them, which is, they feel chronic, or a family sort of issue that is coming, they feel they might get. And just keep that in mind and ask for that to be cleared. And what we will do from our side as a group, we will check the dark entities and negative entities that are blocking them. We will also check the parietal lobe. And obviously, we are going to clear all of this for the group as well. We're going to check the willingness because we are going to clear illnesses and accidents pre-programmed. And then in order for them to be more receptive to the healing, we are going to download. Remember, I talked to you about downloading frequencies and medicines. So we can download frequencies as well. And we're going to then clear the illness and accident program. And then we're going to increase the life force. So we're going to do a big group demo now.
Fantastic.
So half Charu is going to do and half me is going to do. So,
and you will, of course, be letting us know after it, where it was, what that meant, and what you took it to. And of course, all of this is happening with, please show us.
Oh, yeah.
With the pendulum and their beautiful charts. I know, these are copyrighted. Nobody really has access to it till you learn it, but just put it up once and put it on just very quickly. There it is. All right. Brenda Charu, just give us Shilpa. Brenda Charu, you're going into silence right now.
Yes.
Should we start with the music as well?
Yeah. And again, I invite everyone to hold into their mind what they think they have as genetic, or they feel they are already suffering from.
Are you all set?
Yeah.
All right. Tell us.
Okay, so I'll tell the steps that I did. So the first thing I checked was the auric field of the entire group. And the group did have dark entities. We had 3 dark entities. The first one was open portals to lower dimensions. So the entire group was connected to the place which we call as lower dimension, where the negativity resides. So
Sorry, Charu, can you be a little louder?
yeah.
Ah.
So we found, so the first thing that I did was to check the auric field of the group. And I found that the group had 3 dark entities. The first one was what we call as open portals to lower dimensions. So it's like the portals to were connecting. The entire group was connected to what we call as lower dimension. Lower dimension means where the negativity resides. So we were connected to that. So what I did was I closed those portals, and then I found 2 more types of dark entities. One is vampire entities and demon entities. So vampire entities basically drain us, and demon entities, they create a lot of aggression in us. So we cleared these 2. So the effect that the group will experience is the feeling drained will not be there, and the aggression will also go down from this healing. Then I checked the parietal lobe activity of the group, which was at 75 hertz. 75 hertz is the brain activity where we are affected by the media. So the media, like how Brenda explained, the impact of media is there on our brain. So what I did was I brought it down to a frequency which is of more peace and meditation. So this part actually bringing down releases stress in our bodies. That was step 2. Then I checked the willingness, how willing we are to release our illness and accident programs. And the willingness was 0%. So we didn't want to let go of our illness, which was pre-programmed by our soul. When I teach this part, I teach miracle method, I tell students to definitely clear this illness and accident programs for their parents. Because at old age, these programs, they mature, they come into play. And we see how our elders, this fall in bathroom, and so these are the accidents. So we have cleared for the entire group, and we have intended that all those who will listen to the recording will also benefit from that. So in order to open the willingness, I checked the main emotion that was blocking our willingness was blocks to relaxation. So I worked on blocks to relaxation for the entire group to raise our willingness to 100%. And then the next step, yes, the next step was done by Brenda.
So basically, I downloaded the healing frequency to
Brenda, sorry, little.
Oh, I also have to be, yeah. Suddenly this, yeah. So because we're talking this side, that's why we're looking at our notes, no? That's
Right.
why. So yeah, so I'll put my notes in front. So I downloaded the Solfrego frequency of 417 hertz, which is basically to do with cleanses traumatic experiences and limiting impressions in the DNA and the cellular frequency. And I also downloaded 5 to 8 hertz. These are also Solfrego frequencies. And this repairs the DNA and brings, so once the DNA starts to repair, we basically get life energy, clarity of mind, awareness, and awakened spiritual enlightenment. And the other frequency, the third one, so there were 3 frequencies to download. And the other one was the key of David, which is 360 degrees, 360 hertz. Basically, the key of David is a structured water concentrate. And this particular frequency resets via the water in our body. So it resets our physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual body. So pretty cool frequencies came up for clearing. And I also got drawn to do a forgiveness practice. So it's not something that we had planned to do, but it just came up. So basically did a forgiveness practice with mother, where the mother has the power and creates that struggle for power, and changed it to self-love and control and domination with the father, changing that to reverence and equanimity for us, for the group. And then clearing the pre-programmed illnesses and accidents And the energies that came out was unhappiness, grief, blocks to healing, and lack of self-control. And then we downloaded the frequency to raise the vitality and life force energy. So that's in a nutshell.
Amazing, amazing. And just for everybody's information, this
Hello.
is like, for example, Parul had asked, can we get to know who is affected by these three dark energies? No, this is the group work. This is group work that's been done. If you want to know about yourself specifically, it's the one-on-one session or one-on-one work with Brenda and Charu. In these few minutes, what you have gotten to experience is a very, very tiny part of the work Brenda and Charu do. Hopefully, you've understood everything that we've been talking about. And this particular group activity, which is wherein this pre-programming of illnesses and accidents, pre-programming by the soul, clearing work for the entire group has been done. Remember, a group is a group, okay? It doesn't mean that I am lesser than Brenda and Charu, Ruma is more than Dipali, Arjun is lesser than Shalini. No, it's an entire group that's being taken care of, right? And in fact, people have written in Brenda and Charu. Arjun wrote, I feel more relaxed now. And I got up from my seat and started to practice some Tai Chi steps. Very nice.
That's so cute.
And Parul says, thank you, Brenda and Charu. Had a lot of water releasing a burp. And MS has asked how to contact B&C for one-on-one session. We are going to tell you about that right in a few minutes. And Gulshan says, thank you, feeling lots of energy in my solar plexus and sacral chakra areas. And Dr. Sarah says, Brenda and Charu, you are amazing. Thank you for everything. And people do have, okay. Ashwini says, feeling stress-free. Nilofer says, feeling nice. And Dr. Sheila says that she had fast breathing.
Yeah, so fast breathing is also a change where obviously because remember we were working on the water, we were working on the healing frequencies. So basically, in a sense, is it excitement that my stuff's going to change?
Right. And Vinny went to the washroom. Sujaya says, had lots of sensations and not feeling good in the navel area. Okay. So, and Urmi says, feeling very happy. Do you have anything to say to Sujaya?
Yeah. So whatever we have done, it will take 2 hours to fully integrate.
Okay.
So just drink a little bit more water and wait for this energy to fully integrate.
Exercise a little, walk, just go out in the fresh air. Because sometimes you remember we had the willingness was low, right? So we have a resistance to change. Even I got the energy of blocks to healing. So sometimes that resistance to heal is so much that we create all these, issues, unhappiness, pain, whatever in our body.
Right. So any existing discomfort that anybody might be feeling could be remnants of resistance, and let it settle in. Don't go into panic mode with it right now,
Exactly.
right? Okay.
Yes.
All right. And Kathleen says, I feel sick and have a headache. And Kathleen is also the same person who mentioned about the eye in the
Yes,
beginning.
yeah.
Right. So does this feeling sick and having a headache, is it something that's moving that would have happened with this work?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right.
And also the resistance, there must be quite a lot of resistance for her. So she
Right.
can just kind of say, I'm ready to receive. I allow myself to receive. And also there must be a lot of fear as well because of the looming whatever she has to go through. So
Right.
that also is creating, that stress for her. So she can just say, I'm receptive to healing, would change a lot for her.
Nice. And in fact, Kathleen, if you're here and if you're comfortable to come on video, we'll bring you on for a few minutes of one-on-one time with Brenda and Charu. And again, Annapurani said feeling light mentally, and she also wishes to contact you, Brenda and Charu. And Mani Megalai says, felt very relaxed and pain reduced. Thanks a lot. MS also feeling quite relaxed now. And again, and Vinod is also written in, he's 70 facing a lot of health issues, including many blockages. Please help me. Vinod, are you here on video? So are you here? Would you be comfortable to come on video and understand a little more? Because Brenda and Charu, you know what you mentioned, Charu, what you mentioned about doing this for your elderly, for your parents, for sure. 2 people had written in. I'm sorry, I've lost track of the post. I think Gunjan maybe had written something about that this happened with her mom and she was diabetic. And somebody else also wrote in. I'm sorry, I've lost track of that post. And 2, 3 people have asked. Gunjan's asked and somebody else has asked. Can you please repeat the frequencies, the 3 frequencies that were downloaded?
Yes, of course. So it was 417 hertz, which is a solfeggio frequency for facilitating change. It's 5 to 8 hertz, which is a solfeggio frequency for DNA repair. And it's a frequency 360 hertz, which is a key of David frequency.
Right. And people, a lot of, people are already asking, I want to get in touch. I want to get in touch. And we do want to take you through exactly what Brenda and Charu have in store for you. Before I do that, I want to give everybody a reminder that this is not the only bit of work. When you do your session, when you have your one-on-one time with Brenda and Charu, this is but one of the things that they'll be doing. There is an entire section on ancestral patterns and lineages that affect your health, which is a conversation by itself, which Brenda and Charu will have tomorrow. There is another bit on the astrological factors. Keeping in mind very clearly, there is no chart that's being made. It is very much the B&C Miracle method. It is the adaptation of a certain amount of medical astrology, their work and their research, and they will explain that on Friday. This entire week you have with Brenda and Charu, they are already giving away a lot every day on the Telegram group, on their calls as well. Interact with them every day on the Telegram group as well. You do not want to miss out on anything. Before we give everybody the wonderful offers that Brenda and Charu you have set up for everybody, in order to know, okay, what does my one-on-one time with Brenda and Charu look like or feel like, and what is it that one can experience? Again, this is in short, okay? It's a tiny glimpse. It's not your full-on session because the full session is actually 1.5 hours. All right. So Kate's here. Kate, would you like to come on? Just give me a thumbs up. I can see you on video. Are you comfortable to come on? Just give me a thumbs up on the video. Okay, you've raised your hand. All right. Can we have Kate on, please, Shilpa, with Brenda and Charu. Brenda, Charu, if you have any questions to ask of Kate, please go ahead and please let her know what you'll be
explain to us what's happening with you, like just in a brief kind of.
I have diabetes, and a couple of years ago it started bleeding on this eye. It's been good, and then all of a sudden it started bleeding again 2 weeks ago, and this time apparently the bleeding is dispersed, so I actually cannot see out of my eye at all. Normally when it bleeds I can see things. At the moment all I can see is just shadows and colors. I can't see anything at all, so that's why it's patched up.
This is your left eye?
Yes, it is.
Brenda, Charu, just for Kate's reference and for all of us, you're going to do this work in silence and then let Kate know what's been showing up, right? So Kate, we're going to stay in silence. We have some music for you to help you with this entire thing as well. So I'm going to put you on mute, Kate. And
before we put on this, how long have you had diabetes, Kate?
About 5-6 years.
Okay, thank you, Neelu. Yeah,
that's actually I won't put Kate on mute in case you need to ask her anything else.
Yeah,
but we will all stay in silence. And Shilpa, thank you so much for everything. And can we have them?
So we just worked on you like a mini session, because our full session takes 1.5 hours.
Yeah.
Usually. So the first thing that I checked for you, we worked on diabetes, and the first thing that we checked for you is, so there are 3 phases that any disease has. The first, yeah, I just did. Yeah. Brenda is telling again that we worked on your diabetes.
I think, yeah. So basically, just to kind of this, because you have your eye issue going on and you have diabetes going on. So you have a pending maybe surgery. So right now, what would contribute to you? We also check the accuracy of our intention. Should we work on your surgery? Should we work on your eye vision? Or should we work on diabetes? And what happened? It came out that we should work on your diabetes. So this is the information on what is creating your diabetes and where it's coming from.
So we check there are 3 phases of any diseases. First is the stress phase, second is adaptation phase, and the third is exhaustion phase. So I'll quickly explain the meaning of these 3 phases, and then I'll tell you where you were. So like suppose the stress phase, suppose if I don't smoke, but I take a cigarette and I start smoking. So the moment I will take my first puff, I will cough. And that is what is the stress phase. Stress phase means where your body tells you immediately that, oh, what you gave me is not right, something is not right. So that is a stress phase where the body is giving you full signals of something not going right in your body. That is the best stage to be in, although the name is stress phase. The second phase is the adaptation phase, where what happens if I continue smoking after a few days or weeks, depending on my immunity, I will not cough the way I cough when I took the first puff. That is called the adaptation phase, where my body has adapted to the disease or to the imbalance in my body. So that is second phase. So this is how we progress in a disease. And the third is exhaustion phase, where the disease itself manifests big time on our body and starts showing signals left, right, and center. So at the moment, your body is at exhaustion phase. So that is the first thing we check. The second thing we check is if the dark entities in your auric field, there were none. So your aura was clean. The third thing I checked was how willing you are to let go, to heal your diabetes. And you were 34% willing only, not 100%. Yeah. And the reason why you are unwilling or only 34% willing to let go of your disease is lack of awareness and victimize. So these are the 2 energies that you are processing with your disease. So that's why you don't want to let go of your illness. So I raised this willingness to 100%, so that you open up to receive what healing we are doing.
Yeah.
Then
we worked on the ancestral part. So the diabetes actually is not yours. You basically kind of have a loyalty towards your family lineage. So 100% is coming from your mother. I'm not sure if your mother had diabetes. Did she?
No, not yet.
No. So she didn't get, but you got. You took it. You decided to help her. And her father, also, it's coming from him. So I don't even know whether you know about that.
Yes, he had diabetes. Yeah.
Yeah. So it skipped. Your mother should have had diabetes, but then you shouldn't have had diabetes. But you told her, I'll sort it out for you. So you're now paying it. And then it also comes from 8th generation mother's side, ancestor 392. So that's from the 8th generation from the male side. And astrological impact. So diabetes comes from your 5th house. And the pancreas is Jupiter looks after. So we have to sort out the imbalance there. And your core negative thought is humiliated. And your negative feeling, your negative feeling is humiliated, and your negative thought is I'm so angry. Yeah, so I don't know if that's kind of resonates for you. And changed it to the positive feeling is hopeful, and the positive core statement is I'm perfect just the way I am. So you can keep saying this affirmation for yourself. I'm perfect just the way I am, and I'm hopeful. And
Yeah.
so this is just information for you and what's happening in your body, but highly suggest that all of this can be changed for you through our sessions. And who knows, you might be able to clear the need for surgery as well.
Okay. Thank
Because
you
we have
very
done
much.
a lot of miracles with surgery and changing that for people. So who knows, you can also allow yourself to have that miracle as well.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Brenda and Charu, you haven't just given Kate information, you've done a little bit of work for her as
We
well,
have,
correct?
yes, we have.
Right, right. And Kate, again, you know, at the beginning of the call, it was 12 p.m., it was midnight for you from the part of the world that you're joining us, and super appreciate the lateness, despite the lateness that you joined us. And I hope this has helped shown you something. And with the work that Brenda and Charu have done, have opened up possibilities for you, including receiving that healing. And people, two things came up again: ancestral, astrology, because it is a part of their work and their offer. In this small little demonstration with Kate, Brenda and Charu, you showed that aspect as well. More conversation on that will happen this week, between tomorrow and Friday. And of course, a lot of interaction with Brenda and Charu is waiting for you on the Telegram group. Do interact with them on a daily basis. You do not know what's going to show up for you, and what's one more insight you will get into yourself with your health. And Vinod, I have seen your message. Hi, I can see you waving. Give me a little bit of time. Everybody's asking on how to take the session with Brenda and Charu, take the session with Brenda and Charu. So Vinod, what we'll do is we'll take everybody through the offers. You should also know it. And after that is done, definitely bringing you on for your few minutes with Brenda and Charu for now. All right. So stay with us. Okay. Don't disappear on me and keep your video on. All right. Okay. And before we just very quickly go into this, I did want to mention that, you know, all of us have our own way of dealing with our health. There are things that we do, we don't do. So Brenda and Charu, for example, they do things that they love to do. Art for Brenda and reading for Charu. They eat mindfully, including junk food. And here I'll just say, and I know I say this for my sister as well. We come from the category of we watch our food and then we eat it. All right. And as you can make out, they also like to have a good joke and have fun and have laugh and laugh and have laughter around them. Two things that they definitely do in addition to that is that they keep evolving themselves with their creation codes, which you'll also get to hear about right now and understand what that is about. And they clear their auric field of negative energies using their very own B&C Miracle method. And that is something you can also get to do either with session with them or even learn it and do it for yourself on a daily basis. And with that, Shilpa, I can see a sharing sound happening. Can I go ahead and share screen?
Yes, Neelu.
All right, awesome. Thank you. I will just do that. One moment, please. Okay. All right. Right. Here we have it with the co-founders of the B&C Miracle Method, Brenda and Charu. You will get to heal ailments from the root and activate super strength. Brenda and Charu are going to take us through what's in store for us. Go ahead, Brenda and Charu.
So we basically have 4 packages. So package A is 1 personal clearing and healing session, which is 1.5 hours. Package B is 3 personal healing and clearing sessions. Package C is a creation of super health codes, which is 49 days. It's remote clearing and healing. And package D is no doubt our B&C Miracle Method course level 1. So what happens in a personal clearing and healing session? So I'll tell you. So we have step 1, which is a bonus discovery session on Zoom. And this is a very powerful discovery session where basically, as Neelu said, I'm the intuitive. So you get a session 1-on-1 with me. And I basically find the core of where your disease or disbalance is, and where it actually all your let's say uneasiness started. And then we do a step 2, which is a remote clearing and healing session. This is done distance. We use our charts and we work on the same strategy that we did today, or working on different various things, ancestral astrology and the research that we do with regards to your disease. And step 3, we send a detailed report to you via WhatsApp, so you can get all the information on WhatsApp. And then step 4, we basically touch base again and we speak to you and again explain to you what showed up so that you can have a deeper understanding. And we basically give you some guidelines on how to change your emotions, how to change your health, how to change your outlook in life. You can book the session through Calendly link, so that will be sent to you. And we can also record the session if you like to watch at future time. So this is a sample of our healing report. So as you can see, we basically work on an intention. As we showed you for Kate, she had so many things going on. So we zero in what the intention is. We all know that we don't have generally one issue, we have quite several, but they can all be linked and they can all be, like a domino effect. You remove one and the whole deck of cards collapses. So we basically find that one intention that is most profound for you. Then we look at your willingness. So as we've shown like earlier, the group willingness where it was 30%. So if your willingness is not 100%, you'll only get that much result from the session. So we ensure you get the most benefit from our session. Then we look at the dark entities, and that could be various aspects of whatever shows up in your field. And then we do the research work. As we explained before, we work on we go into and work on whatever, fine tuning, whatever needs to be worked on for that issue. And then we work on the ancestral information. So as you saw just now, we work on which ancestor you are picking up that information. So like for Kate, actually, we worked on hers as diabetes. And really, it is not even her issue, but she's working to help her lineage, especially her mother. And as you saw, I said that her grandfather had it, and he did have it, but her mother did not have it. So we work on clearing the ancestral line, so that loyalty, that aspect of you saying, I'll do it for you, is removed. And then we work on the astrological information. And then we work on the astrological information. Basically, this is where we are working on medical astrology. We are not doing the birth time and the place and doing an astrological chart. We're looking as for medical astrology, all the houses create a disbalance for you, and all the planets create a disbalance for you. And that's how disease is created. So we work on the removing and releasing the negative effects of the planet. And then we give you all the emotions that we worked on. So this is our detailed report. What can you expect and what are the benefits? So basically, most of all, we've seen that the miracles happen. It's not written here. I really wanted to put miracles happen. But yes, miracles happen. And every day, both Charu and me really are blessed by every day, we actually see these things happening for people. So we have, that the excitement, the change for people, the better life, the peace of mind, the happiness, the joy, and actually a better living, because that's all we're looking for. We're looking for a better living of life. So this is what basically you can expect from your session. And as we said, you get a bonus discovery session, which is very powerful, and 3 live meditations. So basically, these meditations we do monthly, and they are curated by me. They're as per the group. They are live, free flow. Their channels. So I don't know what topics come up and what information comes, but they also are there to help you along the way to create the positive shifts that we have done through our session. And now we have to go into the price. So the total value generally for all of this is US dollar 355 or rupees 26,000. But because we are today on the Mystic Lotus Tele Summit, it's only for at a special price of US dollar 164 or INR 12,000, which is a 54% saving.
Fantastic.
I would think pretty awesome.
Superb. And in fact, I just wanted to reiterate here, Brenda and Charu, that with the report, there's a sample that you've shared that we've also shared on the group. This is again to let you know the in-depth work that is done. And it's not just okay, this is what showed up. The work on it is also done. So that 1 hour, 1.5 hours, 15 minutes of your discovery session and they together, 2 of them sit and do it. Today, you've been seeing the work split because we're on a call and we'd like to take care of as much possible, right? So 2 of them sit and do this for you, and you get that detailed report, and all of that at only 12,000 rupees or $164. Package B, Brenda.
Yes, so package B is for chronic issues. So basically, if you've had any issue existing for more than 6 months, you fall into this category because we really need more in-depth healing and more changes to happen if you want to eradicate this disease out of your body. So each session will have the same 4 main steps, which is the personal discovery session, the 1 hour distance healing, the report, and the contact back again to tell you what it is. You will definitely see the changes that you are looking forward to. And basically, if you signed up for 3 sessions and you have your disease or whatever is healed by 1 or 2 sessions, you can use that for any other issue that you're going through, or a loved one of your family. We can work on them as well. So it doesn't get wasted. So you can also look at that as well.
Nice.
And the bonus you get is the 3 personal discovery sessions. For each one of them, you get a collective of 3 meditations, live meditations, to assist you in your positive shift. And this is generally for US dollar 902, INR 66,000. But 55% savings just for the Mystic Lotus Tele Summit, and it's US dollar 410 or rupees 30,000.
Again, fantastic. And Brenda Charu, I'm going to sneak this in for anybody who is interested. You want to do 1 session, 3 of you can actually get together and buy package B and do 3 individual sessions. Huh, Brenda and Charu, what say?
Yes, you can. I mean, basically, even a family, right? Our family has so many issues. Like I might have something, my spouse might have something, my child might have something. So you can do that as well. You can work as a family package as well.
Right. And in fact,
parents as well.
Right. And the 3 sessions, if you compare to a single session, you still save on that. So that is the even bigger advantage. And just here, because this question has come up, Brenda and Charu, I'm just quickly going to ask this. D. Bose had written earlier that there's a backache for more than a year. So that's chronic, right?
Yes, anything 6 months over. Yeah.
Right. So maybe D. Bose will require 3 sessions, maybe. The question asked is, once these issues are cleared after session, can they come back again? Can it come back and affect us again?
So
and if yes, how to eliminate it?
Yes, so the answer is both yes and no. So when we clear, like, it's like you asking a doctor that, okay, you have cleared my cough and cold. Can you guarantee that I will never get it for the rest of my life? So nobody can do that. However, what we are clearing is like a cure. So you will be healed. But of course, you have to maintain your immune system to keep it in that equilibrium.
Right. And as you said, the healing journey is not a one-stop shop.
Yeah.
Your self-work needs to continue. So
Yes.
for whatever reasons that this was happening, any particular thing is happening, there's all this work that's being done. But when you get your report, it's also indicative of the the constant support you should be giving to your body as well, right?
Yeah, exactly. So you still have to do the journey of self looking after. It's like I have diabetes, my diabetes has changed now and I've come to, and we have our own students have reversed their diabetes. But it doesn't mean that now I start eating like sugar to
Sugar.
nobody's business.
Yeah, right.
So
Correct.
we have to look after our self-care.
Right. It's like you wash your face every day, don't you? I mean,
Yes.
it's not like you're going to stop brushing your teeth. So it needs to become a habit, correct?
Yes.
The healthy
The
habit.
lifestyle change.
Right. Right. And there were, of course, people asking about, Arjun said, is it possible to put a protective shield around the home? So that'll happen with the learning, correct?
Yes, correct. Then
Which
they
is
have
also
to
coming up. But before that, what is packet C?
Yes, package C. So package C is, I mean, it's just my very favorite package. And as you know, Neelu said, this is what we do every day. So we basically, through our channel and our research, and as we have said before, we are like a power pack, right? Together, we both contribute to each other and create and come up with courses and things like that. So the creation of Super Health Codes is exactly that. It's a channeled information. It's the energies of Charu and me together that have curated this energy. And what we do is it's an energetic clearing. So like you basically, like, you brush, as you said, you brush your teeth, you have a shower. This is exactly what we're doing. We're doing preempt for ourselves to ensure that we have a super life, right? That's the end result. So basically what it is no calls, only updates via a WhatsApp group. The presence of yourself is not required. You can just look at the healing done for you, and it's all energetically done. And the codes, the healing is done. We do an individual healing for each one. So every day we have one topic. We find out the emotion affecting you, and we clear that. And in that, after we clear, we download the frequency. So like how we just showed you, we were downloading the frequency. Exactly, we will download a frequency and I do a special curated meditation according to the group's energy, and that will be sent on the group for you to listen whenever you want, and it becomes yours and you can listen whenever you want. The dates are 7th to the 15th of April, and it's 11 p.m. India, but not necessarily like I think ET time is 1:30. It's 1:30 p.m., so it's not bad. But you do not have to be present for that time. You can look at it and listen to it whenever.
Nice.
And what we'll be doing basically in these 9 days, we'll be working on each of the organs. So basically, we'll be working on the heart and clearing any imbalances with the heart. And we'll replace it and with the creation code of a healthy heart function, imbalances with the lungs, and replacing it with the healthy lung creation code of a healthy lung function. Liver, replacing it with the creation code of a healthy liver function. Imbalances in kidney, replacing it with the creation code of a healthy kidney function. Imbalances in the digestive system, replacing it to a healthy digestive system function. Imbalances in the pancreas, replaced it by the creation code of a healthy pancreas function. Imbalances in the thyroid, replacing it by the creation code of a healthy thyroid function. Imbalances in the reproductive system, replaced by the creation code of a healthy reproductive system function, and imbalances in the immune system, replaced by the creation code of a healthy immune system function. This might look very, very, you might not even understand it, and a lot of people don't really understand the depth and how powerful this small little piece of creation codes that we do. But we have seen that People have taken it for their parents, for their kids, for their loved ones, themselves, and they're starting to maintain better health overall. And the changes that they have felt is more healthy, more vitality, diseases, even if they get colds and or any of these things, it's very minimal, and the function of you is much more powerful.
Amazing. And exactly like you said, it might, don't even, yes, for sure, look at it to understand exactly what's happening. But that's the beauty of this, right? You don't have to overthink it. This work is being done for you. Super.
Yes. Yeah. And so what you can expect is better health, changing your illness frequency, because that's what somebody asked, right? How do I how do I protect myself from illnesses? Yes, this is what you do. You protect yourself from illness frequency because we're changing it to healthy frequencies. You release the stress from the organs, because remember, right now I'm 30 years old, okay? And as I get to my age of 60 and 70, that's when disease and imbalances in my organs have deteriorated. So now I'm ensuring that by the time I'm older, I am ensuring that I'm healthy. That is the aim, right? That we live longer. And then our immune system is boosted and I have better vitality.
Fantastic.
And the creation of super health codes, you get energetic downloads, clearings, and downloads, and you receive the MP3 meditation. It's for $28, rupees 2,000. But just for the Tele Summit, it's $21, rupees 1,500, which is a 25% saving. Highly encourage you to definitely take it for yourself, your loved ones, your parents, to ensure better health for them.
Right. And in fact, I was just going to say that also, Brenda and Charu, that this is, again, a lot of us have parents who are resistant to this kind of work, and any work that allows some work to be done for them energetically, I think puts you also in a certain space of ease that, okay, they don't want to listen to me. They don't want to do this every day. Let me do at least this much for them. So I think, again, it's a wonderful gift for yourself and for anybody that you want to, do it for your spouse, for your children, for your mother, for your father. I'm not even going to go beyond that, even this much, it's so much that you would be able to contribute into their lives. And of course, please do contribute to your own life as well. 1,500 rupees. Hello. It is what a weekly veggie shopping is more expensive than this in a week. And of course, people who've been waiting to know that I want to learn B&C Miracle Method Level 1. Brenda Charu, what's going on here?
So that's our package D. And I tell people that give me 6 hours of your life and we will teach you something so self-empowering that you will never feel helpless in your life. So, and that is what B&C Miracle Method is all about. So package D is level 1 course where we teach you how you become a healing practitioner. As I said, it's a 6 hours course taught over Zoom across 2 days. You receive e-certificate. So our course is IPHM, which is International Practitioners of Holistic Medicine Certified course. You learn to do healing on yourself and on others. And you can heal any area of your life, whether it is health, money, any emotional issue, property not selling, anything, any order that is stuck, any health that is small issues also. You'll never need antibiotic if you learn our method. You can heal it. Brenda has never given antibiotic to her daughter, and she don't take as well. So our method is very easy to learn. It's very simple. It's not meditation. It's a technique, and we teach it in 6 hours.
Fantastic.
So the course content we teach you in that method, I teach in 15 minutes. But before that, we teach you some fundamental concept because the method is scientific. So we tell you about what is the science behind it, So during the course, we talk about conscious mind, subconscious mind. We talk about the science behind why we are using the pendulum. What is the science behind how we are shifting energy, how we are tapping into other person's energy field. So we teach the whole process very scientifically, and we teach you how to work on your limiting patterns, your thoughts, and your energy bodies. So when you register for this course, we send you a complete kit, which consists of a pendulum and 5 charts that are given in level 1. And for people who live in India, the shipping is free. For international people, there is a small extra shipping cost of USD $25.
Right, which is paid to Brenda and Charu directly.
Yes. With the course, there are bonuses. So we give 5 instant money manifestation live group calls. So these group calls, after you learn, so what happens is these are like practice sessions, and you manifest money as well in the session.
You cover up your cost of what you spend.
Yeah. So these are 5 calls where we make you practice, and we play around with money beliefs during these 5 calls. We have a WhatsApp group which is like a lifelong support. So if you have any questions on how to do sessions, or if you get stuck anywhere, 24/7 help is available through WhatsApp group. And also once a month, we do a Zoom session, a question and answer session, where we answer your questions also if you have any doubts. And we give you small tips every month to enhance your skills, because our mission is to create professional healers. So we make sure that you become a professional healer with our teachings.
Fantastic.
So the program schedule for level 1 course is dates are 22nd and 23rd of April, which is as a weekend. Time is 6:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. IST and 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. ET time. The bonuses our dates are from 24th April. Sorry, it's not 24th, is it? Yeah, it's 24th April, 1st, 8th and 15th and 22nd of May. So these are the 5 money manifestation round. The time is 7 to 8 p.m. India, 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 ET.
Nice. So the level is across the weekend, and your 5 bonus money manifestation calls are across 5 Mondays.
Yes, ma'am. So as I told you, you get a pendulum. The entire course material consists of 5 charts in the pendulum, and the bonuses are already discussed. The original price for the offer of level 1 is USD 629 or Indian rupees 46,000. For Mystic Lotus Telesummit, we have a special discount of 48%, which comes to USD 329 or 24,000 INR.
Less than 50%.
Fantastic. Superb. And just for information for everybody, okay? This again is part of a conversation. And Charu, I'm so happy that you came on with the package conversation. Finally, people, Brenda and Charu might have been doing this work for 10 years, but it is Charu's debut.
Yeah.
Talking about a package. So please, everybody clap. There you have it, people. 4 amazing packages. All the details are in the Telegram group, on the Zoom chat, and you will have it in your call replay as well. You have personal clearing and healing sessions. You have multiple clearing and healing sessions, especially for chronic issues and concerns. You have the creation of super health codes across 9 days as a separate package. And of course, you also get to learn the B&C Miracle Method course level 1 at offers and prices that you're not going to get anywhere else. You want to let your super health shine? Start right away with Brenda and Charu. There was a question, so let me ask you very quickly, Brenda and Charu. Are these number codes or music, and can it be used for my entire family? Priya, I am guessing you're asking about creation codes. So,
Yeah.
are these number codes or music, and can it be used by the entire family?
No, so the creation code is basically the label that we have given. It's a 9 day of healing. And every day we work on a health topic that we just discussed to empower a particular system in your body, whether it is a circulatory system, heart, kidney, and other organs. And every day we tell you it's all done through WhatsApp. So every day we post what was the emotion that was blocking your heart, what was the individually. So that healing is done individually. Plus we post a meditation. So that part is optional. Whenever you have time, if you listen to that, the integration of our healing happens faster. So it's a 9-day of healing program.
These are not live calls. It's happening. The work is being done at a distance, but you will be appraised on the same daily across the 9 days, right? So again, superb offers. Yogita's asked how many levels, please? 6. You have 6 levels, right? 6. Yogita started level 1. Trust me. You gotta make your start at level 1.
Basically, we encourage people to learn level 1 and 2 because level 1 teaches you the basic method and level 2 teaches you how to clear negativity. We have people who go up to all the levels who do this professionally. So a lot of our students have now using the B&C Miracle method as a professional earning tool. So then they empower themselves with more information to work on our level where we're working on cancer, where we're working on diabetes and this. So people doing level 1 and 2 can work it on us on a lower level where it's with their family and maybe not so much into professionalism.
But by saying that with level 1 and 2, also you can clear these bigger levels, but it will be a little more number of sessions as compared to those who have learned higher levels.
Correct. And of course, again, that's a progression in life, right? You got to have your building blocks in place first before you get to the rooftop, right? So Arjun said, amazing session today. Can I use this method to heal pets too?
Oh, yes.
Yes. And Monica's asked, is the sample report applicable for package A? Yes, for all sessions.
Yes.
Even the 3 session offer, Brenda Charu. In fact, Monica, thank you for the question. Will there be 3 reports?
Yes. Yeah, because we're working on 3 different things.
Right. There'll be 3 reports. So again, it's a progression that's happening, right? Especially with the chronic situation. What's happened after the first one? What's happened after the second one? Where are you at? You will get every bit of information. What we're going to do right now, Brenda and Charu, is before we take everybody through a quick rewind and recap and remind everybody as to what's coming up for the week, we did tell Vinod, who is he's 70 plus. He's been waiting for a while. We did tell him that he would have his few minutes with the 2 of you. Vinod, are you still here? Yeah, there you are. And thank you. Just on time, you put your video back on again. Vinod, can we have Vinod on, please? Vinod Malik is how he's showing. Yes.
Yes, Vinodji, tell us.
Madam, my name is Vinod Malik from Delhi. I have problem blockages in my intestine. I am facing so many times I hospitalize again and again. I can't eat food. And whenever I take meat, immediately just after 10-15 my headache will get started. Big problem at that.
And you have checked this from the doctors? There's what is the
So they give the temporary medicine that not only temporary, actually one blockage in intestine there was some blockage. And by laparoscopy about 3 years back they have done something, but it is not properly done. I think again it has to be done.
Okay.
So I want to avoid the hospital.
And which intestine? Is it large, small? Which part of the intestine, you know?
Pardon?
Which part of the intestine?
Intestine, this I can't say.
You can, okay. All right. And how long you been having this? When did you last have the laparoscopy and the change?
It is about 3 years because before COVID. It was almost completed more than 3 years. Yeah. So I want to avoid surgery if it is possible because my problem is a very serious problem. And again, at this age, it is very difficult for me.
Well, you'll definitely get some information and help right now, Vinodji. So
What is the best possible for me? Just
they will help you. And Vinodji, I heard children in the background. So are there children visiting you or your grandchildren maybe?
pardon?
You have children? I can hear children in the background. So I'll just put you on mute for a few minutes, Vinodji, while Brenda and Charu do their work. And can we also have the music on again, please? Vinodji, I will bring you back on unmute once Brenda and Charu are done.
start talking. So now we can start talking now.
Okay, hi, thanks.
Yeah.
I'll just unmute Vinodji one second.
So as I said, we check your body where on what phase it is. So your body is at stress phase, which is the best phase to be in, because whatever is going wrong, your body is quickly telling you. So that is a good sign that your body is not at an exhaustion, it's at stress phase. So that is the first thing. Then your body, the energy field has a lot of dark entities that requires a deeper clearing. I cannot just do it in the demo session, but it has a lot of dark entities.
Right now, I had so very painful headache, very strong pain, headache. Basically, yeah.
Okay.
I cannot eat foods, madam. This is my big problem. I cannot eat. Whenever I take after just 10, 15 minutes, after it started headache. Yesterday I went to doctor. He gave me 2 injections for temporary. For 3-4 hours it was relieved. Again it started.
Yeah. Also, so basically it's the emotion that gets blocked into our organs. So the emotion that is stuck in your intestine is short-tempered and violence programs. These are the energies that are stuck in your intestine.
Treatment is possible.
Yes, yes, you can definitely opt for session.
Possible by healing.
Yes, of course. So ancestral wise, it is basically it's an ancestral lineage. So your father did your father have intestinal problems? Intestinal father?
I have I have no father, mother. Both are not.
No, but did he have these type of problem is what
when
she's
he was
asking.
living, or
No. My father has no.
Anyway, it's coming from an ancestral. So father's side,
But
father's
maybe, but one thing, my elder brother's son was facing this type of.
yeah, so it's very much ancestral. So it's coming from your father's side generation. So your father had maybe susceptibility to it, his father and his father. So your great grandfather, your grandfather and your father all are coming from ancestral lineage. And from the astrological wise, it's basically we have to clear the 6th house, and Mars and Ketu create inflammation, and Rahu and Ketu create intestinal inflammation as well. Your at the current phase, your negative emotion is helpless, and your negative thought is nobody cares. So I changed I am helpless, nobody cares, to I am better every single day. So you can say that for yourself as well. I am better every single day.
What should I do? Should I go to any medical treatment or healing system
Please
treatment by
take
me?
the package of 3, that is package B, and work with it and see where it takes you.
And after taking this package, how much time it will take? Will I get the immediate relief?
Yes, definitely you will get an immediate relief to eat and be better, for sure.
With every session, you will improve.
Yeah, with every session.
And the session will take how much time? It will.
So
Session,
basically,
yeah.
we will do the 3 sessions will be done in a span of 1 month. Not that we will do 1 session today, 1 tomorrow, 1 day after. No, we'll do 1 session, and then we'll wait for a week, 7-8 days time, and you will start seeing the shifts. And then we will talk again to you, and we will exchange notes. What has changed? What hasn't changed? How much better you are feeling? And then we will do the second session. And then the same thing will apply. We'll wait for a week, 10 days, and with every session, you will improve.
When you going to start this program?
Sweet. So you book the sessions, and and there's a link on the Calendly. You can book an appointment with us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. But I will be total 100%. I will be free.
We'll heal you.
You'll get better.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And of course, Vinodji, taking this opera on even to set up the sessions, you're please do get, in case you have any kind of issues with getting the session set up, Brenda and Charu are there to help you, right?
Yes.
Absolutely. Fantastic. And thank you, Brenda and Charu, for letting us have Vinodji on as well, because like I said, we had said to him that we will definitely bring him on. And with that, of course, coming towards a close on this call, but not this week with Brenda and Charu. So before I remind everybody on all of that, Brenda and Charu, thank you so much for today's call. This has been just one aspect of the very detailed work that goes into helping people with getting to the root cause of illnesses. So before we say our final goodbyes, anything that you want to say to everybody?
Yes, so what I would like to say to each one of them is take control of your life, Take ownership of your choices and believe in yourself. You can achieve anything that you set your mind to, but the choice is yours. You have to be willing to change.
Absolutely. And with those amazing, fantastic words for everybody to pay attention to, letting everybody know every day on Telegram, Brenda and Charu are interacting with you. Interact with them. You do not know what you're going to be able to take away from there. And there are a lot of takeaways, just like you had one today with the group clearing that was done with illnesses and accidents pre-programmed by the soul. Coming up this entire week with Brenda and Charu, conversation on the ancestral lineage and patterns and how that affects your health. And you will get to experience it also. That's going to be happening immediately tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Again, Thursday, you'll have some time with Brenda and Charu on Telegram again. And Friday, back again with the third crucial major aspect, which is the astrology bit. Again, repeating, it is not your chart. It's still the B&C Miracle method at play. Join them back to understand how. Superb call, Brenda and Charu, as always. The details in the few minutes of the group experience and with Kate and with Vinodji. I hope everybody's been able to absorb the kind of information that comes in. Sorry, Gulshan's written she's having a severe headache. Is there anything she can do right now?
Just drink some water.
All right. Hydrate,
Yeah.
rehydrate,
Use water. Yeah.
rehydrate. Absolutely. And we are coming to the end, Gulshan. So definitely eat and go to sleep also if you have to. Right. So thank you, everybody, for being here with us from the beginning till now. I know you guys have taken a lot of information in. It's a lot to process. There's more for you to learn and understand. Keep coming back every call. Everybody have a fantastic week ahead. We have an amazing season with this Healthier Bee Summit coming up for you. For now, stay with Brenda and Charu this entire week. Brenda, Charu, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you. Thank you,
everyone. Thank you,
everyone.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Good
Bye-bye.
night. Much love. Be healthy.
Definitely.
Bye.
Bye.